Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Daggerheart: The Broken Spine. While I get some things updated with my camera, we're going to do a round of introductions. Let's just go ahead and start with Grace. Maggie, tell us about who you are and who you're playing this evening.
Hello, I'm Maggie. I'm playing Grace Halbert, and yeah, it's about to get depressing, guys.
It's about to get depressing.
Let's go to Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason. I'm playing the little mushroom warrior druid. Having fun. I don't know. I don't think it's going to get depressing. If it is, we'll just get some caffeine in us and start, getting hyper.
And it'll be super fast and sad.
You'll be laugh crying.
That's right. I mean, I do that anyway, so fair.
Oh, God.
Then I'll pass it over to Ryan.
I really had a that's what your mom said, or that's what she said comment for really fast and sad for you, but I realized I was muted a little too late. Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm playing Nyx, and yeah, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins, right? I will.
That was last week.
I was going to say, totally, you missed it.
Oh, you're still doing it. Lauren, go ahead.
There are still people alive in the village.
Yeah, that's true. I'm Lauren. I'm playing Triss, our guardian seraph. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be, instead of tank support, I'm moral support this game. Let's go. Carly.
I mean, you only killed like 10% of them with that one death.
Carly, no.
All I'm gonna say there. Yeah, hi guys, I'm Carly, and I'm GMing Daggerheart tonight again for this wonderful crew of people. And yeah, I mean, this feels appropriate to just jump right into Jeremy and Knots, who, well, I guess is coming to terms with what just happened last episode.
I don't know what you're talking about. You mean where we all had cake and played castles and centaurs and everything went great?
I think you dreamed that.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Wait, I'm going to roll to disbelieve. I can do that in this game, right?
Roll to be delusional.
Right.
I don't know why you have to roll. You could just decide.
I accept that I am delusional. Yes.
No. So last session, our group infiltrated the village. There were some constructs that popped out of the ground after they breached a ward around the town, and a fight broke out on multiple fronts. And on one of these fronts, Knots accidentally killed a village child that was being used as a human shield by the wizard. I mean, he also killed the wizard. She also killed the wizard at the same time, but there was some collateral damage. They managed to destroy the constructs and defeat the wizard and the assassin that were stationed in the meeting hall. Knots ran off after where she was pointed, where the leader supposedly went, but felt the presence of another ward and, I mean, intelligently decided not to cross it, and so skirted over behind some boulders to hide and cry, where Grace followed her, and the two of them are currently over there, while Nyx, Astoy, and Triss are getting rid of the bodies. And that's where we left off.
And with that, thanks, Raven, for adding a character advantage to a pool of whoever is going to need it this game. I'm sure
I'm
it'll be
gonna say
someone.
not.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna say that if Knott's a suicidal, she shouldn't be taking advantages and leave them for the rest
Probably
of us.
fair. Probably fair. What if she's feeling homicidal?
Well, no comment.
We support women's rights, but also women's wrongs.
Fair.
We support
Always
women.
women.
Love it.
With that, we'll avoid the emotional turmoil for a second and head
Oh,
on over
darn.
to Nyx, Triss, and Astoy, who are pulling the bodies out of the meeting hall after they were summarily dismissed by the townspeople and told to get out.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
And I'll probably take the bodies over to, like, the edge of town. Probably kind of where I did the whole thing with the crystal shard. But just being real quiet about it all.
I mean, easy enough. You can pull them out to the edge of town, no problem.
Astoy will return to normal form once he carries one of the bodies out. Maybe they got something on them we can figure out, like, what they're up to or something. I know it's unlikely, but maybe that spellcaster knew something. Got
I
some
think
notes or
any-
something.
Any information we can find would be helpful.
Yeah, if somebody wants to give an instinct roll to search the bodies.
I got a. Let me look at my character sheet. I got a 17 with fear.
Great start.
The fear engine's warming up.
Yeah, 17 with fear. You begin to look over the bodies, starting with the assassin. And the big thing that you notice with the assassin is that pretty much all the weapons that they had on hand were normal. However, they did have a supply of that they never actually used on you of drip fang poison and red thorn saliva. So you find let's say you find 2 uses of drip fang poison and 4 of the red fang saliva, which are
Red thorn?
things that can hurt people. Red thorn, yes. Red thorn saliva. Red thorn saliva, when you put it on a physical weapon, it adds a d12 damage to its next roll. And drip fang poison is if you get somebody to drink the poison, it does 8d10 direct magic damage.
Ooh. Okay.
But it's not something that you like apply on a weapon attack. It's like if you
Yeah.
put it in their drink and served it to them kind of thing.
What if your weapon is a stein full of the poison and you hit it in their face?
No, well, they have to drink it, not just be splashed with it.
Yeah, chat wants to know what it tastes like. For future
Which
reference.
one? The saliva or the
one you
poison?
have to drink, the one you have to imbibe.
Oh, the one that you have to drink initially has this nice, sweet little kind of undertang to it, kind of like elderberry flavor, and that's like your first hint that maybe something is wrong when you're drinking it. And then it burns you from the inside out. So
Oh boy, fun.
Yeah.
slowly burns you from the inside out.
It's got a kick.
Mm-hmm.
One way to put it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yes, it has a slight taste of like elderberry. That is the hint that it was added to your drink. But that's what you find on the assassin figure. On the magic user, you find a it's this really intricate kind of like Celtic knot looking thing that's made out of this like silver steel colored metal that slightly like pulses with magic, and you would recognize it as a relic of a kind.
Ooh.
You would have to do a knowledge roll to figure out what kind of relic it is. And then the other thing that you find
Oh my god, there's a cat!
What?
Somebody's
I'm
yelling for
shocked.
attention.
On this channel? What?
Of course,
the
it's
wizard's
right in the
familiar.
pause. Ugh.
yeah, the other. Sorry, I am looking through my my item list. The other thing that you find is a small like necklace that's on like a golden chain, and it's a locket in like an oval shape, and you would recognize it as a Hope Keeper locket, which is during a long rest, if you have 5 hope, you can spend 1 hope on your rest and basically save it in the locket. And so then if you ever have 0 hope, you can use the locket and get that hope back.
Neat.
It's just like a
Uh,
hope storage.
That could be really helpful.
Yeah, you just take it.
And the last thing that is found is a ring on the wizard known as a Ring of Unbreakable Resolve. And once per session, when the GM spends 1 fear, you, if you have the ring, can spend 4 hope to cancel the effects of that fear.
Oh.
You said once per session?
Yep, once per session.
Is
So
there a
those are
name?
the things that you find on the wizard.
There's no notes or anything like that. More mundane things.
No. As you look over, they're pretty much just kind of prepped. There's no notes on them. Nyx does notice that the clothing that they're wearing looks fairly worn, as if they had been traveling and wearing the same clothes for a while.
Okay.
But there are no like notes or leftover instructions or anything that might link them to goals or whatever the fuck they're doing here.
Okay. I mean, Estoy will take some of the clothing, the warm clothing, blankets, whatever. Being more of a survivalist, having a few extra things wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, you find more of the survival gear like on the like basic survival gear on the assassin. You get the impression that the mage probably used magic a lot to keep themselves warm or sustained or whatever.
Maybe we should move the bodies a little bit further away from town so we don't track predators right to their gates.
Is there a cliff? Where this is a mountainside town. Is there a cliff?
Yeah.
Triska.
I mean, not like a completely like straight down cliff, but there's definitely like a sharp angle edge off to the side of the town.
I mean, if we're done with them and don't want to bury them in their town, we can just...
Yeah, feed them to the animals in the area.
Triss just grabs each body by an arm and goes, "We're finished with these?"
Yeah, the body's just.
Oh god. Imagine like the Skyrim mechanic, or like Skyrim ragdoll now.
I've seen too many clips of Skyrim gone wrong or like glitching that now I'm just imagining they hit a tree and just go
the
flying.
game, baby. It was released, what, 14 years ago? Yeah, 2011. They didn't fix a goddamn thing. You can still ride horses up the side of a mountain.
Anywho, yeah, you guys raided the bodies and chucked them off a cliff.
Did we steal his vest?
I mean, neither one of them was wearing a vest, but clothing and blankets were stolen.
They were recovered, not stolen.
Taken.
I think the current word is repurposed.
Reclaimed.
Yes.
From the
Recycled.
right.
Yeah.
Like, well, we've actually saved all these things from being
Reused.
destroyed when
Right.
the bodies fell down the mountain.
I asked them if they still needed them. They didn't say anything.
Yeah. They're the strong silent type.
Yeah.
We're terrible.
Always best to ask.
But yes, so that is what you've done so far. So we're gonna swap over to where Knots is hidden behind a boulder, and Grace has just recently joined them.
So I've just kind of been tucked between Grace and Kavoon, who's just like licking my hair. And so I've got that like just smear of hair cat spittle going on, but I don't seem to care. And I've just kind of been interchanging between like trying to breathe and just like sobbing as Grace just like watches over me. And then I kind of like hitch my breath and I sit up and I look at Grace and I say, I can't ever go home again.
What do you mean?
There was this boy, Gorik, when I was younger, not long before I left home, when he disappeared and then he showed up again one day, but it ended up not being Gorik, and they ended up finding his body later, and I can remember my mom telling me that they should never have to, a parent should never have to bury their child, and she said, what kind of monster would do that? Am I a monster?
I grab you and hold you. And I'm like petting you while also slyly trying to fix your hair. But I'm like trying to calm you down a little bit, but also letting you cry it out. And as soon as you're calmed down enough, I say, did you mean to kill them?
No, but maybe whatever killed Gorik didn't mean to kill them. They still said he was a monster.
I think your mom will forgive you because you didn't mean to. And by the sounds of it, Goric, right? The thing that killed Goric was trying to impersonate him.
Yeah, it's actually why I left home, because I didn't really tell them this, but in a letter, because I knew they'd try and stop me, I let them know that I was going to make sure I got justice for Goric, and I found whatever monster it was that killed him. I still haven't found it yet.
Well, maybe we'll meet this monster along the way.
Maybe. But now I don't
And
know
we'll
if...
make...
Now I don't know
Hey,
if I'm
how many-
supposed to be hunting it, because what if it just didn't mean to? This is all too confusing. Why does there have to be so many, like, thoughts about things?
Because being alive is confusing.
It is. It's the worst. I mean, it's the best, but it's the worst.
For what it's worth, I don't think you're a monster.
Thanks.
I think the person who used the child as a shield is a monster. I don't think you are.
I mean, I definitely got that guy. Right in his
Good.
stupid face.
Good.
It's kind of
I
cold
think
out
if you...
here.
It is. I would warm us up, but then we'd all get shocked.
Oh. Do you think that they're gonna come find us, or do you think they thought we like just left them, and so they're upset and they didn't want to like ever see us again?
No, I don't think they're upset at us. I think they're gonna come find us.
Okay.
I think they understand.
I just kind of lay down again in that crevice between Kavoon and Grace.
I keep stroking your hair, which is now flat but still sticky and like wet.
Kind of feels gross.
I know, but cat hair or cat saliva is like that.
I will close my eyes and kind of every so often you'll notice like tears still falling, but I end up kind of drifting off.
I will stay watch while you sleep because you need it.
Just as Knots is like drifting off to sleep, you hear a like kind of off in the distance.
What was it?
You hear the
It's the bodies that I
Oh.
threw.
It's the bodies. The fuck am I hearing?
I'll sit up and listen.
You heard that, right?
Splat.
Right?
I'm gonna gently put Knots on the ground and take out my Midas scythe and just look around.
Here, Trisco, that was far more dramatic than I thought it would be.
Dope. I think they're over there. It sounds like
Do we
they're
want to?
throwing garbage down a chute or something.
I thought they were fighting something.
Oh, well. We should probably go check.
I lead the way.
I will get up and drag an arm across my face, which is just then covered in snot and tears and Kavoon slobber.
Yeah, you guys start just like still skirting the town, moving towards the sound, and you see the other three of your companions kind of looking over the cliff at something.
I'm still gonna keep my scythe out, and I'm just gonna be like, can I try to not sneak up on them, but like just not intentionally at least, but like sneak up on them and be like, what's going on?
I mean, you don't even have to roll for that. You can just step up and say
Yes.
that.
Okay. What's going on?
We're getting rid of the assholes. And he looks over the edge.
Okay. And I look over the edge too. What do I see?
2 splattered, broken bodies, like over 100 feet down the
She
mountain.
just has like her hands on her hips and is like, huh. All right.
You see Grace gulp and kind of look away quickly.
Trish will turn away. It was more of just sort of a like, when you do something and it goes not wrong, but weirdly, and you just kind of watch it and go, anyway.
Yeah, you turn over and you see Knots, and Knots looks terrible. Their hair is like licked and matted and in several directions, but also patted down. And there's just like streaks of wet like fur down their cheeks.
Oh.
Hey, Grace.
What's up?
Us will come over and speak really softly. He's like, I know Knots is obviously, dealing with that kid dying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he wants to know anything about the kid? I could maybe go find out something for him.
I would ask her.
Well, I don't know if she wants to think about it at the moment. You seem to know her pretty well.
I don't think it would be wise for me to make that decision, but I would lean towards she doesn't want to know.
All
Do you
right.
glance over and I'm like throwing rocks down at the bodies?
And by rocks, they mean pebbles.
Mhm.
I mean, rock, pebble, boulder. These are all the same thing, just 2 different party members.
Full department cheers.
Triss will kneel down and kind of like, Knots, come here.
Yeah?
You've got a little something, and then we'll pull out like, to her is a handkerchief, but is a towel for Knots, and just sort of like
Beach towel.
clean Knots up a little bit.
Uh. Better?
Yeah. Did you see anything in that cave?
Oh, right. There's one of those things like the magic line that summoned all those creatures. There's something like that in the cave too. So even though I wanted to go in and murderize the guy that's in there, I thought it'd be best to wait so to see if maybe we can like make it go away first.
Smart.
There was something that the townspeople said. They said they got taken over months ago here. So it clearly wasn't the people that we were tracking into town. So there's probably more than just that other guy. So we probably need to keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Question for Carly.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 fellows that we have seen, did we recognize them as the people who got away from us in
Yes.
Okay. Did we know that the third person, like, do we, how do I want to say this? Sorry. Do we know what the third person looks like? Or is that a person we've never seen before?
The third person is the leader that you fought like twice and
Okay.
got away with the other 2 people. Or at least
Okay.
that's what your assumption is
Right.
at
You
this
guys have been
moment.
here for a while then.
Did they, like, come back here? Or maybe there's more of them in the cave?
That's what I'm guessing.
Or what if we fell into some kind of, like, time hole that, like, we think only a few days passed, but for the rest of the world, Like a couple months has passed.
Since we rested yesterday?
No, like when we were in the caves. Oh, right. Yeah, the one you don't believe in.
Well, I don't remember it. I mean, you guys have all shared the same story, but whatever. I meant like we saw these people going into town before we fought the demon. Or I saw them going into town when I was flying above them.
Maybe the demon cave was a time hole.
Maybe. I don't really understand the runes and stuff that were there on the ground.
I don't actually. That's not the case. However, if it is, there's not much we can change about it. We just have to catch up.
Yeah. By the way, your friend was very happy that that wizard died.
What are you talking about?
The friend, the one that infected me.
Oh.
I could feel
Can
he
he
was.
hear us?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I've never had this happen to me before, so I'm not sure.
I'll walk
I could
up
just
next
feel
to
he
you.
was very happy when we saw that corpse.
I'll walk up next to you and look around where your ears should be and say, Court, can you hear me?
Why would you do that?
Well, it might be...
If
yeah,
you
but
could,
you just hurt a stoy.
I'm sorry, Stoy, but like if he's in your head, he might not be able to hear us very well.
what?
Oh, sorry. I'll walk around to the other side. I said...
So you're just trying to get over side and putting the hand up.
Oh God.
Not so loud.
Hey, hey, Tris, could you help me with something over here?
No, I don't need both of you yelling at me.
Who did you ask for?
Tris.
Oh. What's up?
I walk over to about a knot size rock. Can you help me push this over the sledge onto that guy?
Sure.
Thanks. And I'll lean against it.
And you like, yeah, literally a finger. And it's just a whoosh.
That was really satisfying.
Good. We should probably get going.
Well,
Or
if there's another-
actually, I could use a rest, but I don't know how pressing it is to follow, especially if we've lost time.
Is there
Well,
any way...
they said the other guy left days ago, didn't they?
No, they just said that he had headed to the cave.
Okay,
They didn't give a time frame.
gotcha. My bad.
Nix is gonna suggest that we sleep.
I mean, there's probably going to be more of those creatures if we cross that ward, and they seem to do pretty good in combat. I mean, they were hitting Triss and knocking you back pretty good.
Yeah.
Before we
Rest would be
sleep,
good.
could we like trap caves so that if they came out, we would know?
We'd have to get past the ward, wouldn't we?
No, like just because it's the wards inside the cave mouth.
Oh,
Well, you felt the presence of the ward about 30 feet outside of
Outside the cave? Gotcha.
the cave. Yeah.
Do I know the exact location of it?
You would have felt it when you joined up with Knots, and he marked it pretty well because he had a really high roll.
Oh, that's right. I marked
She
it
had
with
a
the-
really high,
Yeah.
marked the ground, pretty much about like 5 feet in front of where the ward starts, as like a reminder to not cross that point. And so, yeah, you feel the same thing that Knots realized, which is the ward on the cave mouth extends about 30 feet outside the cave is where you feel the presence of the magic.
if you're going to try to, are you going to try to remove it again?
I found this on the web.
I don't think God?
Oh god.
That one really got Jeremy.
I really want to like start like while streaming, just try to set off people's like Siris and Alexas. And just,
Like last night.
Well, the thing is, it's really weird is it doesn't happen to me a lot because I've turned off my Siri. I don't have Siri. So when it does it, it's just because like I bent my arm and like pressed a button or
Gotcha.
something.
Right.
Like it's because I don't have it. So it's even weirder when it happens to me.
You'd be like, okay, Siri, order 300 pounds of cat food.
right.
God.
Or last night when Marisha made everyone's thing go off.
I haven't seen last night's episode.
It's
What?
chaos.
It's
chaos.
so wild.
Well, it's non-canon and it's a live charity one-shot and it is
Nice.
just chaos. I think it's the most that they've like laughed in an episode ever. It's
Amazing.
just insane. It's
Nice.
just insanity. Highly recommend.
Gonna watch it on Sunday.
It's so good. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, are you going to try to remove that again? I know you tried before, but we didn't try with the prism.
Mm.
Ooh. I set the prism down
Well,
by the way.
here's the question: do you want to try immediately or do you want to try after you rest?
I'll try after I rest.
Yes, I need to sleep.
Yeah,
You guys
I
can
would
go
also.
do whatever you want without me.
I would like
but
to
I'm
sleep
going
too.
Okay. I'm gonna walk off.
Time for sleep. It's the sleep.
time of day
And it
is
is. It's late afternoon, evening. It's the sun is like starting is starting to disappear behind the mountains.
So it is
I
the
mean-
correct time for sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
are we going to try to camp out here and go in the morning?
Nyx is setting up a place for him to sleep. Yo, amongst yourselves.
All right, so it
I'm-
looks like we're going to try to camp. I can go hunt something up for us.
As we're doing this, I am double checking I can do this. I'm taking my potion of stability.
Nice.
Nice.
Before we rest, and if you're gonna go look for something to hunt, can you see if there's other exits from this cave? Like, just like in the immediate vicinity.
Sure.
And I'm gonna go set up an alarm. I'm gonna walk towards the cave.
Okay, Google, set an alarm for 8 a.m.
So just remind me what a potion of stability does, because I don't have everything memorized. I know I gave it to you, but
What?
One
Gives you an extra
or-
downtime action.
Yeah.
got it.
But I have a question around that. Can you drink like 4 of them
Yeah.
and be like
if you want
really
to.
messed up? To
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it only gives you an extra downtime action for that downtime. So if you want to, you could drink more than one of them.
so you could like complete a project in a night and still get rest.
Potentially. It depends on the project, because some projects doesn't matter how many project downtime actions you take, as there's still only 8 hours
Right,
in your
right.
So
downtime.
you basically gave us a cup of coffee.
Fair.
Or a
fair.
caffeine pill.
Yeah.
But it also could mean that you recuperate better. So it's not
Yeah.
just coffee, right?
We'll call it a knots formation.
I'm going to remind you, Grace, you have this ability that you never use that you could do on a long rest. It's a sorcerer ability called Channel Raw Power. Maybe you should take a look at it.
It says once per long rest, not on a long rest.
Yes, but you're about to go into a long rest, so you could just do it before you do your
Before
long
you
rest.
so you get it back.
So you can have it again after your long rest.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna gain hope then, and I'm gonna discard counterspell.
Because there's no bad thing to it if you're doing it right before you're about to do a downtime, because you get to reset your loadout after your long rest. So
Okay.
there's no like bad side to it, and you never use it. So I am providing a friendly reminder that you have this ability.
Nice.
I'm full up on hope.
Hey.
Before the rest, I do head over towards the cave, and I pull out the channel stone I have.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it confusedly because it doesn't have any instructions or anything like that, but I'm going to focus real hard, and as it is used, I'm going to summon an earth spirit from nearby using my thing.
What spell is that?
That
Ooh, I
is
also have a potion of stability.
natural familiar. And I am then going to spend my nomadic pack for this session and pull out a little sack of jelly beans and sit down with the earth spirit and be like, hey, have you ever had jelly
No.
beans?
No.
They are delicious. Not these ones. And I flick like the marshmallow flavored ones away. Those ones are gross. But these ones
Okay.
are all really good. Like this one's cherry. I'm gonna hold it out.
Oh.
Put it in his mouth.
He was like looking at you, like trying to read the correct answer from Knots, and it's just like, it's good.
Yeah. And this one is orange. This one's probably my favorite, right next to cherry. And I'm gonna put that one in his mouth. And after we do these a few times, we say, I will give you the rest of these jelly beans if you will stay within sight of this cave mouth. And if you see someone that is not me or see my friends over there, if it is not me or one of those people go in or come out of that cave mouth, I want you to yell real loud for
like this? Like
Yes.
really loud? Okay.
yeah,
I can
just
do
like that. I'm gonna give you half.
All of you heard that part like echo.
I'm gonna give you
Nice.
half these jelly beans now.
Great.
You know, I'm gonna really leave
They
it up
just
to
take
you.
they
If
just
you-
they just take it. They just take
Excellent.
take
I'm gonna leave it up to you on if you want the marshmallow ones. I'm sorry I threw that one away. I don't know where it went. That's
the
probably
marshmallow
okay.
ones suck.
Yeah, exactly right. And they keep making them. I don't know why. It's kind of they taste like boogers, but not like the good kind of boogers that sometimes you're like, oh well, that was okay to eat.
Maybe you should keep the marshmallow ones and poison them so that the people who like marshmallow ones get sick from eating them.
I really like your thinking.
Thanks, man. You like summoned me to life, so I really like you too.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm kind of like your mom. I'm not really sure I'm ready to be a parent yet. I'm still kind of a teenager. That's like
Why don't we
babies.
just go with creator? That feels a little less responsibility,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. When
They're just eating the jelly beans. The half the jelly beans that you've given them are like almost all gone now.
I would love to know what flavor is your favorite when this is all over.
Orange, obviously.
Obviously. Duh. And I'll get up and head back over to where the camp is being set up. All right, alarm has been set.
Oh.
Yeah, I just had an earth spirit watch the thing. I gave him some jelly
We
beans.
noticed.
Oh, I should have probably saved some of the jelly beans for you all. Wait, I
I'm
might
okay,
have some in
thanks.
my pocket. Hang on. And I'll
It's-
start digging my
don't
hand
worry
around
about
in my
it, it's
pocket.
fine.
No, it's all right. If I've got them in here, you can have them. Hang on. And I pull out some lint and some rocks. Oh, there's
And
some
there's
coins in
two
there.
marshmallow ones.
Oh.
And there's two marshmallow
Oh, how did these get in here? And I'm going to fling them away.
Oh god. Huh.
Anything anybody else would like to do before you do a long rest?
Well,
I'm
he
gonna
was.
take my potion of stability.
Okay.
Well, not to set any alarm, Astoy's going to take into giant eagle form and take off to the side and fly around this area a bit to see if there's other obvious exits. Also looking for possible prey that he can take and bring back for food.
Sure. Give me an instinct roll.
Okay.
As the story's doing that, Grace is gonna turn around and be like, "So what did we get from the demon and from these guys?"
22 if this is locate or perceive, 20 otherwise.
22 with hope or fear.
Hope. Sorry.
Okay, then you can take a hope. Yeah, you start scouting around, and you do stay kind of in the general vicinity of the area. So you don't spot any other entrances or exits. However, you do spot some relatively easy prey that you can grasp up. It won't even make you roll for it. A couple like
Goats or
like
something.
snow rabbits and like maybe a mountain goat or something. There is some wildlife in this area near the town, so it's easy enough for you to pull up a couple of prey for to set up a meal for the rest of the group.
Cool. I will fly back after that.
Great. Grace, you were asking, probably specifically towards Triss and Nyx, what was recovered. You already know what was recovered from the demon stuff. We did that. We separated
That was more of a
out. You
hey
were
before
there.
we. I was like, it was more of like a hey before we go off into our own things. Should we divvy up the stuff?
I think you've divvied up most of it, but
Yeah.
feel free to divvy up.
I meant,
the
I
rest.
meant,
Wizard. Yeah.
I meant like the gold from,
Sure.
and then also whatever you got from the wizard and the rogue or whatever, the assassin.
Okay.
Sure. There are 2 drip fang poisons and 4 red thorn salivas that we can distribute. Does anyone want them?
I don't have much use for poison.
I can carry
It'd
the
be
drip thing.
It would be fun to add that to, or add one of those to my scythe.
I've got
Well,
no
the dripping poison is something that has to be ingested.
ingested.
But the red thorn
Consumed.
saliva doesn't.
Mhm.
Yes.
But it's a consumable. It's not like a...
It's not a permanent D12 addition. It is a one-time D12 additional damage.
Gotcha. It'd still be fun.
Okay, take 2 of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the thing. The potion that gives you a downtime activity too.
There was the
Sure.
item that we needed identified, the relic.
Yes, you know it's a relic, you just don't know what kind. And then there was the ring that allows you to, with enough hope, negate GM fear action. And there was the locket that allows you to store
Yep.
hope.
I wouldn't mind that locket because
I only have 5 hope.
What was that?
That's true.
My hope went down when
Because
I
you
got
took a scar.
That's true. Yeah, you should probably take that then.
Yeah.
Does it
I would.
work?
Otherwise, I would absolutely be like, someone else take it, please. But I'm
It'll
like,
still
I
work
only-
for her because if you have 5 hope when you
Gotcha.
take the long rest,
Yeah.
then you can store the
I
hope.
was just thinking.
So
that-
she took another scar, she wouldn't be able to use it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
right now, she can still use it.
Sure.
Yeah, the only reason I was wanting it was because it would be even more armor slots for me. So, but that makes sense.
And so-
And then there was the ring that allows you to negate.
and
a
Yeah.
GM fear action.
I rarely have enough hope to do much of anything, so one of you guys who are able to build hope should take it.
I think Triss.
Yeah, I can build hope with. I've got an ability that builds hope, and then just from like attacks in general.
Nice.
If I roll well, I build hope. So
you can take the ring, and then if somebody wants to give me a knowledge roll to try and identify this relic.
I
Hey,
can do
Grace.
it. Hold
I
on.
will say it's a DC 15.
Why does it say my journal is empty?
Because that's like where you would put
Right.
your notes,
And
not your inventory.
No, I know that. I was just saying I took notes a while ago and cleared out all of my notes.
oh,
Are you logged in?
I don't know.
I believe so. I was gonna say, can I use one of my experiences?
Which
Like,
one are you trying to use?
I was gonna try to use I know places because I don't know. I might know where it's from, but might not know what it is.
Sure, I'll let you spend a hope to use that.
Okay.
Aw, the void's back.
$17 with hope.
Yep. With hope, then you can take a hope. And yeah, you would recognize this as sorry, let me in the wrong section. As a sharp relic, which would make sense as this guy seemed to have been a wizard. And that means that it adds a +1 to your knowledge. And remember, you can only hold one relic at a time, and I believe
I have a
Grace is
relic.
currently holding the relic that gives +1 to presence.
oh,
But this one gives +1 to knowledge.
does anyone use?
I
knowledge
go
here?
over. Yeah, but I do, but I go over to Nick. I look at Nix and Knots, and I'm like, and Astoy, and I go, one of you want it?
I don't know. I'm pretty knowledgeable already.
It's okay. One of you guys can have it. I don't necessarily need it.
Nyx will just
Oh,
shake his head no.
I mean,
I'm going to force Knots to take it.
What are you trying to say?
you could force Knots to take it, but I will say above table, it's been mentioned several times how Triss keeps doing knowledge rolls.
That is fair.
Triss,
That's
do you
a good
want
one.
to?
I guess, yeah.
I'm just going to put that above table. You
I
can
thought-
always
I thought-
swap them later if you acquire more relics. It's just you can only have one relic on a person at a
I
time.
thought Triss had a relic already, so that's why I didn't mention her. But if Triss doesn't have a relic,
No, I just feel like my knowledge is negative. I don't feel like this is that they're
Oh,
expecting
yeah.
someone more than me. But
excuse you, this will help.
I
If no
don't
one
think
else wants
Triss has a relic.
I
She
doubt
has gotten some stones and some stuff like that, but I don't think she has a relic.
I don't think I do.
I think we've only found one relic before, so.
Yeah, I think you've only found the presence relic, which was the glittering orb that was found in the ice.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, if no one else wants it, I'll take it.
Here you go.
Okay.
That puts you at a +0.
Yeah.
How does
Hell
it
yeah.
feel to be as smart as the rest of us?
Yeah. Every time I've done knowledge rolls, I usually add Heart Guardian because it's been related to like
True.
Triss's ancestry or like something like magical related that is like related to her. So it's usually gone at least decent for me because I spend a hope to make it a +3 or a +2. So
Hey, Carly,
But not having the minus will be nice.
I can't find the hope, the extra hope thing on.
It's called the Hope Keeper Locket.
Thank you.
what's the relic thing called?
Sharp.
It's just called a Sharp Relic.
Sharp.
It's
Where
in a
are you
sharp.
Captured.
Percy!
Look at that face.
He's like, hold me, don't touch me, don't move me.
She doesn't know what she wants ever. She just wants to be under my skin.
Great. So you've passed out your items, you've done some scouting, you've got some food. Is there any other actions anybody wants to take before we get into downtime? Great. With that, you can go in and choose your long rest downtime actions. I believe Grace, Triss, and Nyx have all taken a stability potion to be able to do 3 long rest downtime actions.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna clear my armor slots.
Yeah, I do sit down and I'm like, I look at my armor and I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell happened to me?
And I do want to prepare to have some extra hope. If anyone else also wants to prepare.
I'm going to prepare.
Okay. That means we get 2, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Captured. She's been harassing me, now I'm harassing her.
I am going to clear my armor, clear my stress, and clear my hit points.
I'm going to
also
clear my
gonna
armor and
clear
clear my hit points.
Yeah, I'm clearing my hit points too.
Yeah, I'm going to clear stress and prepare, and then the dagger will heal me 1.
Nice.
Correct.
How many actions is it to attach one of the bloodstones to an item?
1. It's a 1. It only
Great,
takes you doing a project once to attach it because those are like magical items that are meant to do it, so it doesn't take extra sessions.
So I will clear my armor, clear my hit points, and attach the great stone that was on my old weapon onto the new weapon.
Their
Great.
weapon flare.
So I got, and the bloodstone I did last game.
Yes.
So, yep.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can take first
Um,
watch.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys all settle in to heal yourselves from the very active day that you just went through. With a little bit of projects here, but mostly just trying to recover your energies. As Stoy takes the first watch, if you want to give me an instinct roll.
Okay. Well, we'll be with fear,
Okay.
and that'll be 16.
16 with fear. Yeah, you settle in for the watch, and you keep an eye out. You guys have all kind of bunkered down near the series of boulders that Knots found earlier, that are maybe 30 feet or so away from where the ward ends outside the cave entrance. And you keep an eye out. And you do notice over your watch, your first watch, some people in the town, like leaving the meeting hall and going to their homes. They all seem to be ignoring the group of you, as you have at the very least, left their immediate vicinity. However, you are in a exposed area, and as the evening winds start to kick up again, I need everyone to give me a strength reaction roll. I will say the DC is not very high. The DC is 12.
Helps when I have a negative.
That's a 17. And it doesn't matter with fear, right?
Hope or fear doesn't matter. It's
Cool.
a reaction roll.
That is a 14 for me.
Same.
16.
Stoy, what did you get?
14.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
triplets.
The cold wind starts to blow through, but everybody seems to naturally curl into the heat every person is generating as you guys kind of shuffle in closer and ward off the worst of it as you all kind of just move in to take advantage of natural body heat. But your watch passes without incident. Besides that, Astoy, you can feel free to wake up.
I'll go
Whoever is
wake
going
up.
to be on watch next.
Yeah, I'll go get Nyx. I don't know if he assigned an order, but I'll whisper to Nyx, when you're done, just let Not sleep. Get somebody else.
Okay. Nyx won't do that, and he's gonna wake Knots up. No.
Like right now.
Right now.
Okay. If my watch goes uneventfully, then I'll wake up Grace next.
Give me an instinct roll for your watch.
I got a
Lovely bunch of coconuts.
13 with hope.
You said a 13 with hope. You can take that hope. As you settle in, you kind of curl in on yourself to ward off the chill that is still in the air. Keeping an eye out, you notice some more fires burning in some of the other buildings, like the smoke kind of, the gray of the smoke against the black of the sky. And feel them settling in back into their homes. And you occasionally glance over towards the cave, but you don't see any light or anything over there. You do occasionally see a small rock-shaped, like Oompa Loompa-looking thing that just occasionly like toddles
Throwing up
around.
jelly beans.
But your watch does pass without incidents. However, it just continues to get colder throughout the night. So I need another strength reaction roll from everybody. The DC is still 12.
Who knew that earth elementals were allergic to jelly beans? Holy moly, 23.
Nice. 8.
18.
15.
The sphere die keeps
13.
rolling 12, though, which is not a good sign.
What did you get, Astoy?
18.
Okay. You guys still continue. You're close enough to each other that nothing seems to penetrate through your many blankets and body heat. And you can feel free to wake up the next person for watch.
I can take a last watch.
He said he was taking me, or he was waking me up.
Oh, never mind.
So when he wakes me up, I go, okay.
Your turn.
Okay, go get some sleep.
Okay. Don't wake up Knots.
Didn't plan on it.
Even if there's danger.
Okay.
Especially if there's danger.
Danger's her middle name.
Danger
Okay.
is her calling, meaning she calls danger.
Oh god.
She just goes, caca, caca, danger.
Here's some Skittles, danger.
Alright, next, go get some sleep.
Kavoon means danger in Goblin.
Hey, danger!
Grace, you could give me an instinct roll for your
Okay,
watch.
I'm also going to keep up my arcane sense for like 30 feet around us, so that like if anything starts to enter that's magical, I can be like, yo, shit's about to go down. It's an instinct roll.
Uh-huh.
I critted!
Hey, nice.
I will, you can take a hope and clear stress. Can
Can I put that hope in my thing? in my little ball or my necklace?
Well, I'm pretty sure it says during a long rest, so you should have done it during your downtime action.
I can say that I put one of the hope from when I switched out my cards.
Mm.
Yeah.
Took out. Okay, cool. Then I will take the hope.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways.
Yeah, you keep a really good eye out. Occasionally there's like you feel right on the edge of your sense, the ward, right on the edge of your arcane sense, since you already knew it was there. And you do occasionally get a small like magical blip moving in and out of your sense, and it's a little rock-looking Oompa Loompa that you saw Knots feeding jelly beans to earlier. So doesn't really spark any particular worry. As the sky starts to lighten in the morning, and you have a little better visual around you, you do notice when you glance over towards the cave entrance, since the sun is like the light is coming from a different direction now, and you're looking over there and you catch like the way the light falls on these two like carved out looking things, just like subset into the cave entrance. So they're about like 10 to 15 feet into the cave, on either side. And you're looking at them and you're not sure what they are, but they do look to be made of that similar like smooth stone that the constructs that like popped up out of the ground were made out of. They don't look like the constructs. And the stone is of a very close color to the rock, but with the way that the light catches, you notice that these two things kind of carved into the sides of the cave seem to be made out of a similar stone as the constructs that you fought earlier.
Mm-hmm. And note that, and when people start to... Is there one more watch after me, or is it...
Well, you can do 3. You can do 3 and it takes 9 hours. Or
Okay.
you can do 4 and it takes 8 hours because you do 2 hours each.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up Triss. And I'm at the end of mine so that we can do 4.
Or you could do 2 3s and 1 2. It's entirely up to you guys how you want to split it. But it's at least 3 watches.
Let's do 4 watches for everyone so that everyone can...
Well, in that case, I was assuming because you said last watch that it... So the light does not catch. So you would not have caught that if it wasn't...
Cool.
If you went on the last watch, because it would still be very dark.
Never mind then. I'll be the last watch. I didn't catch that they said last watch.
Okay.
Yes. So
when everybody
feel
else
free to wake people up or wait for people to wake up. It is up to you.
I will wake up Triss because she's been sleeping, but I'll let everyone else sleep. But it'll be like towards like the last half hour of my watch.
Mm-hmm.
And when she wakes up, I'll point out the rocks so that we have multiple people keeping an eye out on it.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a second to realize what she's pointed out, as it blends in pretty well into the rocks, but you do catch just the slight shimmer, like sparkle, of that stone that is different than the actual rock
Interesting.
of the mountain.
Can I inspect it further?
It is inside the cave, so it's
Gotcha.
over 60 feet. It's almost 80 feet
That
away
passed
from
the
where you guys are
barrier,
now.
So that would
Yeah.
be a no.
But you see it and you recognize like that slight sparkle. You can give me. Yeah, we'll do a knowledge roll to see if Tris can put some information together.
Okay. Let's see. Straight. Add nothing to this. Okay. That is 22.
With hope or fear.
With hope.
Great. You could take a hope. And you're looking at it, and you're looking at the shimmer, and you're looking how the sparkle is really the only difference between the stone that's been pointed out and like the stone of the mountain. And you put back to when you were fighting like up close and personal with the constructs, and you realize that like sparkle in the stone is like a physical indication of magical enchantment.
Gotcha.
So
it's
you
a
get
byproduct.
you get the idea that like the constructs that popped up out of the ground as that like enchantment activated, that's why the stone looked different, even though they just popped straight out of the ground.
Gotcha.
So
Just relay that to Grace. Be like, I think that's where the constructs pop out of. So we'll want to keep an eye on that.
Copy that. Want to keep me company until everyone else wakes up?
Sure.
Okay. And as we're sitting there, I'll do it's not going to do anything to anyone else. It's just a minor illusion, but it's like kind of like puppies and kitties just like dancing in the snow.
okay.
So that Knots has something nice to wake up to.
Oh.
It's clearly an illusion, but it's supposed to look like that.
I guess since Grace isn't waking up the rest of you, it's entirely up to the rest of you how or when
I think
you
I
wake
think
up.
to wake people up. If it like got to a point where I was like, okay, we need to start moving.
Feel free.
Yeah, I mean, Astoy will keep sleeping for a bit more before he gets up, unless someone wakes him up. It's been a long day.
Tris will start waking people up.
Nyx will wake up on his own, probably. He's would probably wake up with the light, like naturally.
Yeah, I mean, you wake up and there's a bunch of illusory puppies and kitties running around.
He'll roll his eyes.
If Grace catches that, she will not so subtly just...
Nyx will shrug and say, like, life, I get what you're trying to do, but, like, I mean, to be fair, what Knots did cost a life, and part of being an adult is working through trauma.
Yeah, but nothing says that your friends can't help you work through that.
This seems like avoidance. He'll try. I mean, he's not saying not to do anything. He just, Nyx is a jerk.
I wake up with over Nyx is like
We
kicking
know.
illusory puppies and kitties.
Knots wakes up and he's like, "Those are fake."
Oh no.
She also deserves to have some happiness in her life, and it's been a lot of tragedy recently, so... For right now, I think avoidance is okay.
Nyx will shrug and take down his part of camp.
Knots, you were gently awoken by Triss, and the first thing that you see when you open your eyes as you're curled in on your side is Nyx looking kind of just like bewildered and frustratedly at a bunch of illusory puppies and kitties that are running around in your line of vision.
I will giggle equally at all of those things. I will get up and it will take me a moment to decide whether or not these are real. So I'll pull out some jerky and try and feed it to like an illusionary dog or cat that's nearby. Oh yeah.
I'll make one pretend to eat it, but it can't pick it up, so it's like pretending to eat out of your hand.
I get that they're decorational, but they're still cute. Oh, you should send him over to meet my friend, who's over there somewhere.
Gone. Who's gone because you have finished a long rest.
Oh my god.
There's just like I just see a pile of sticky. Ugh.
Is it rainbow colored?
Yeah.
Except there's no white.
There's white around us.
Just the foam, but no marshmallow jelly beans.
There's a small bag off to the side that looks empty, but there's just like 4.
Right.
Oh my god.
There is no orange, though. They managed to keep all of the orange down.
Love it.
Oh boy.
That's incredibly discerning digestive system. Like,
I mean, it was made out of Knots magic, so. And this, as you guys wake up and ponder on what you wish to do after your long rest, this feels like a good place to go for a quick break.
Sure. Why not?
So, I mean, yeah, it was about our halfway mark, and so we'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Nice.
And maybe they'll die, maybe they won't, maybe they'll fight, maybe they won't. Who knows?
Maybe we'll eat Tim Tams.
Maybe they'll fall down a mountainside and get crushed by a rock. Who knows?
All right, we'll be back in a few.
Bye.
And we're back, and you'll never know what was happening behind closed doors because that's for us. And yeah, we're gonna head back
We
into
were
this.
dumb.
The group has just finished a long rest that they managed to make their way through and discovered some very colorful puke. Where the remains of Knots' elemental friend were, as he only lasts until you finish a long rest, so he's gone. And you guys are up and packing up, and it is up to you what you would like to do now.
We're going to try to track them through this cave.
Is there any
Yes.
way to dispel the barrier or try to not trigger the constructs? I don't know magic, but some of you do.
Can I make a knowledge roll to see if there's a way?
Well, you would know that there's a way, and you attempted to do it last time. You just failed to do it.
Okay.
Do it again.
You attempted to hole like a hole for the group to pass through without setting off the alarms, and you failed.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
try it with the prism this time.
Oh, I meant to ask, can the prisms stack?
Yeah.
Because like
Pretty sure I
all
can.
of us have a prism.
Yeah, but you can only use them once a day.
I feel like this might be an important reason, but
Yeah, it says position this prism in a location of your choosing. Once activated, anybody that stands in close distance, which is 30 feet, gets +1 to their spellcast roll. Once it's deactivated, it can't be activated again until your next long rest.
I'm going
And
to
it
use
can't
mine.
move.
I am going to use mine to help Grace.
How long does it take to do that? Right? Could you do that in combat?
It takes like, yeah, it would take an action to like position it and activate it.
Okay.
But you can do it in combat. It's just that it can't move once it's been activated, so you only get the bonus if you're within 30 feet of where it's been planted.
I will spend a stress or mark a stress, and I will add 2 to my action roll.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to assist her, like help give her magical power or whatever?
You can spend a hope and give her advantage, and you can flavor it however you would like in terms of your assistance.
I will spend a hope and try to watch for runes or things that would be obvious that, or maybe are setting off or whatever, and help kind of navigate the magic with her.
Okay. So you can add a d6 to your roll as well.
Sweet. Okay. So that's it's an instinct roll, right?
It's a knowledge roll.
Knowledge roll, okay. So that's +5 plus a d6, right? No, +4 plus a d6.
Well, don't forget you
No,
have to,
+5.
I mean, you have +2 because you spent a stress. Whatever your knowledge is, you have that.
+2.
Plus your d6 plus whatever you roll.
and
Plus
Knots
what
is,
Knots' thing. So that's
Yep.
+1 is the
yeah.
prism.
So total for me is +5. Plus
Sure.
the d6.
I don't have your numbers memorized, Maggie.
Okay. $21.
With.
Hope.
Okay, you can take that hope.
Yeah.
You start to put your hands into the weave of magic and start like it looks like you're almost like you're like playing the piano as you as nobody else can see the weave as you're like feeling the magic to try and pull a door apart, and you start pulling it and the rest of you start seeing this slight like shimmer where a door starts to like pull open and at one point it looks like it's about to slip through your fingers, but a stoy like reaches out and like touches your elbow and like steadies your hand and then you continue to pull, and you've managed to pull apart this small section in the wards, and you don't think that you've set off any triggers or anything, like an alarm hasn't sounded, and you have this like small for Triss doorway that you've pulled open and that you're essentially like holding open in the wards.
Go, 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 go. Be careful of the stones.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody except for Triss can move through pretty easily. Triss, I'm gonna need an agility roll for you to get through without like bumping into Grace as she's holding the wards open.
And I like take Triss's horns and kind of like try to, guide.
If you want to
through.
spend a hope to help
Absolutely.
her with the roll, you absolutely can.
Oh, thanks.
So you can add a d6 to your roll.
I'm gonna use one of my prayer die.
Or
Just
all
to
of the
make
prayer die.
That is a 19.
With.
With fear.
Okay. You will take that fear. Yeah, you, with the help of like Knots like directing your horns like from the other side, you manage to like get on your knees and kind of scooch through past and under. Very difficult. It's
Yeah.
very difficult.
The antlers in
As you-
particular that just make this
any
sort of maneuvering.
But you're also like trying to get under like Grace's arm, which is like, I mean, when you're kneeling,
Like,
you're
step
totally.
over her, but then duck through and under, and it's a whole thing.
It's very awkward looking and not graceful at all. But you're like scooting through, and you're through, and you're like, yes, did it. And then you stand up. And as you stand up, like the back of you, like you stood up like a little too close to where
19.
Grace was. And you like bump one of her hands as she's holding it open. And so, Grace, I need a spellcast roll from you to continue to hold this open or to prevent disaster.
It's almost a crit. +1.
It's +1. I think you're the only one that activated a prism. I don't think she activated hers. I think it's just your prism that's up right now.
Is my spellcast roll presence?
No, I'm pretty sure it's instinct but actually, because you're a bard, you can use instinct or presence.
Okay, well,
Because you multi-class. Because bards are presence and sorcerers are instinct.
I'm going to use presence. 21.
Nice.
With
With hope.
Hey.
okay,
Nice.
take a hope.
Can't full.
As your fingers are holding it and as it gets bumped, you manage to turn that movement into still like pulling the weave to hold it open. But now you're in the situation where you're holding this door open. The prism that Knots had is planted in the ground near you on this side of the wards. And so now it's up to you. Are you going to leave the prism there? How are you planning to step through this door without it closing on you? The rest of your group has now gone to the other side of the wards, but the situation you're in is there's a prism on the ground planted next to you that's activated, and just you holding up this door, and you need to figure out how to get to the other side.
Why wouldn't you? Okay. It wouldn't turn on my mic.
Oh no.
You can just leave my prism there. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, we find magic stuff like it's freaking, just growing on trees around here. I'm sure I'll find another one inside.
I don't think that's how that works. Can I kick it behind me?
Cunt.
Just
Well, okay, so it's planted like next to you.
okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to kick it out of the way.
Out of the way. It's not in your way to like go through the door. It's just a matter. Are you going to leave it behind the wards?
I'm
Or-
leaving it behind the wards, but I want it in a spot that's not close to the cave.
Okay, if you want to try and kick it away, you can give me a finesse roll.
Okay. I'm spending another stress.
Okay, how's your magic helping you in this instance?
it's helping me like it's kind of more like the magic is helping me focus on that so I can turn my attention to what this is for a second.
Okay.
That is a 19 with
With?
hope.
You can take the hope.
Hey.
As you push and kick it out of the way, you do manage to kick it like kind of back towards the boulders that you guys rested near, and it does deactivate as you've kicked it away, and you can just see the object kind of tumbling behind. However, you kicked a little too hard, and your hand slips. So I need another spellcast roll from you.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Okay, hold on. I almost critted. 24.
With?
Hey.
Fear.
No, no.
Yeah, your hand slips as you like turned and put too much force like into the kick to kick the item away, and your hand slips, but you manage to like catch it before the door like completely shuts on you, and you pull the door back open. You are going to take a stress in this moment from continuing to hold this door open. And now the trick is, how are you going to pass through it without it closing on you?
Hey, Grace,
Okay.
can you tell me what to do, and I can try to hold it so you can come in?
Do I know if that would work?
I mean, you think it could work. It's just you like pulling the threads of the magic of the ward back.
Okay. I'm gonna describe what I'm doing to Astoy and see if he can help me keep it open so I can run in.
Okay. In that case, Astoy, I need a spellcast roll from you.
Sure.
Would it be with help because like with advantage?
I mean,
because
you would have to spend hope to give him advantage.
I'll do that.
You can add a d6 to your roll.
All right. And we'll make an instinct roll. Okay. Click the right thing. It is 22 with fear.
Okay. You feel Astoy's like hands move in and like take the pressure of the door, and you feel like the pressure of the magic transfer to his hands, and you try to move as quickly as possible and step through the ward. And you do manage to step through and like scoot under Astoy's arms before the ward like slips out of Astoy's fingers, and you can almost hear the magic as it clangs shut, and the ward has shut again, and you can feel it. You don't think you've activated anything in this ward. You think you've managed to get your group through successfully.
Good job, Grace.
Thanks. I'm gonna down my minor stamina potion.
I'm gonna run up and hug your knees.
No.
I'm gonna hug or like pat your head.
My hair is still just like messed up.
Wouldn't it be ice at this point?
I mean, it was a cat tongue and not like a dog tongue, so I feel like a lot of the stuff has been, rasped out of it, but
Oh god.
there might be ice in there.
So the group of you are on the other side at the edge of the wards, minus one prism.
Prism
Are you there?
down.
I
Prism down.
point it out to them and say, at least it's deactivated, at least it's out of the way. So if anybody with magic comes through, they don't get a +1 to whatever, or they don't get extra oomph.
Okay.
They don't get extra magic.
So,
They don't get extra.
So
and we know where it is.
I also don't activate the constructs, but let's still be cautious of that.
Trish, did you point out where they are to?
Yes, yeah, no, I would have done that
Okay.
immediately.
Yeah, those blend in really well.
Indeed.
So, they're part of this cave, or do you think the wizard left them here?
I think that they were left here, enchanting the rock itself, and then leaving them as a trap. So if we continue to see these rocks, then we'll know we're in the right path.
Well, is there multiple paths in this cave, or is there just one that we see?
Well, right now you guys are still about 30 feet because you've just crossed the border, so you're like 30 feet away from the entrance to this cave. This cave is about like just over 30 feet like across, like the entrance, and the stone, the constructs that you think are there, are embedded like in like the wall of the cave, like 15 feet back from the mouth of the cave. And then you guys can only see about like 20 feet into this cave from the low morning light that is around.
Do the stones look natural, or do they look like they were set into the cave walls?
The stone looks like the stone of the cave is natural, and the stone that looks slightly different looks like it was carved out of the cave walls and then enchanted, like in terms of trying to put that together. It doesn't look like they were like placed there.
Right.
It was like they were enchanted out of the cave walls.
Gotcha.
All right, are we doing this?
Yeah, Nyx is gonna drink some vial of moon drip,
Okay.
which allows me to see in total darkness until my next short rest.
Nice.
Nice.
And he'll kind of say he'll take point this time, and do exactly that.
As you take the vial of moon drip and you can see into the darkness, you can't see like all the way to the back of the cave, but you can see in further. It doesn't give you like eagle eyes and you can see hundreds of feet away, but it does allow you to see in the darkness. And so you when you take the potion, your vision like extends past like that 20 feet, and you can tell that this has some sort of there's traces of like an encampment, like there's like some tents set up and there's some crates like stacked on each other, like and you can see like the beginnings of that extending another like 20 to 30 feet, and you can feel the walls like shifting closer together. So you see like it's about 30 feet into the cave that you start seeing the signs of an encampment.
Okay, is there any evidence that I can see from here, or if not, then I will sneak closer. But what I'm kind of trying to see is there any evidence of anything or anyone in the encampment now or recently?
Sure, give me an instinct roll.
I rolled 2 2s, so that's pretty
Great.
cool.
That's a crit. You can take a hope and clear a stress. And as you look in, you notice that there isn't like a sign of like a whole bunch of recent activity. It looks like it hasn't been, like in terms of the encampment, hasn't been in use in a while. However, you do spot a handful of like footprints, like just like scuff marks and stuff that seem fairly recent that are moving towards the back of the cave. So you get the idea that while the encampment hasn't been used in a while, by that I mean like probably a couple months at least, there have been a couple of people that have moved through and done something in the encampment in the past couple days.
Okay. I will go back to the group and inform them of this. And, kind of say at least till that point, it's probably safe to go and investigate. And I will try and again be a forward scout and stay out of any light that you guys produce.
If you were trying to sneak closer, because that's what you get from just where you're standing right now. If you want to sneak closer, I need a finesse roll.
Oh, okay. I will do that. And it's a
finesse.
Finesse. That is a 12 with hope.
You could take that hope. Nyx, as you begin to start to move forward, you make it about 15 feet before something. You feel something, and you look down, and you realize that there is like an etching under where your foot has stepped that is starting to glow.
Oh, good.
I need I need a agility reaction roll from you.
Okay. That's as close to great as I could get. 24.
Okay. With a 24, you take half damage and you're not knocked back, as you pretty much just stepped kind of on a landmine. And you take 29 points of magic damage as the rune flares, and like you just feel this like concussive force blast through you, but you manage to only kind of shuffle like half a step back off of the room.
Good thing you took half.
Yeah.
So you take half of 29, so that's 14. 15 points, because we round up in Daggerheart.
I totally thought that was half. Like just
No, that was
like,
29.
Oh, shit.
29 was the full damage. Half is 15.
Yikes.
Nyx just like evaporates and a new character appears behind
It is
us.
a landmine.
Right.
His leg, right?
It is. Can you take armor to reduce magic damage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anytime you take damage, you can use armor, unless I specifically tell you that you can't.
Okay, I will spend an armor slot to reduce it by 6 and mark a point. Okay. I will.
And all of you saw that. He like said that he was going to sneak ahead, but you all saw him move about 15 feet and then just get blasted.
I'll say,
Oh,
watch
boy.
your step as he's like patting down the flames on his armor.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Are you okay?
I'm doing better than a landmine.
That's true. You really blew that thing up.
Did you
Grace?
just make a joke?
Grace and Triss, can you guys give me instinct rolls, please?
Oh boy. Solid 14
With
with hope.
you can take a hope. Grace,
11 with hope.
you can take a hope. Yeah, you just saw Nyx get blasted.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is, oh, go ahead.
Nope, go for it.
I wonder if the villagers used to store stuff in here in those crates, and if we need to worry about them coming here and setting off whatever magic was outside. And clearly there's traps inside as well.
I mean, I got the feeling that the villagers knew that this was going on, so they've probably been avoiding it. But we'll clear it out after we moidalize that guy.
Well, I'm
See,
just
Did you hear
curious
Mel
if there's
Brooks?
food storage.
I was making a joke.
Oh.
Merchandising.
Thank you.
Where the real money from the movie's made.
Oh my god.
Is there...
For-
I'll look ahead at Nyx and see if there's anything visible, like there's any kind of indications that there's more, like, you know, small glyphs or whatever.
Sure,
front of
give
you.
me an instinct roll.
Can I assist you in that?
If you spend a hope, you can give him a d6.
I am
add
happy
his
to
roll.
help you out there. Bloop.
I see nothing.
Oh no.
It's fear also.
Ooh.
Yeah, you.
The dice have
Sorry,
betrayed
what did you
us.
roll? What was the total? of what you
11.
rolled, though? Okay. Yeah, you start looking on the path ahead, and other than like the burnt rune that is left where Nyx stepped, you don't see anything at all.
Okay.
Like, which either tells you that there's not any more, or they're just really well hidden.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I can't
I'm,
seem to discern any. Are you able to sense them, Grace? Oh,
do I send... Does the room just light up for me?
Look, Grace, your ability is specifically to sense creatures and objects. That does not mean that you sense all magic all the time.
Okay.
So, if you want to try and use your sense to see if you can pick out anything, I will need a spellcast roll.
Okay, I'll do that.
But yes, it does not just give you an automatic radar of every magical thing ever all the time. It's not how it works.
all the time.
I critted!
Nice.
Nice.
Double one!
Okay.
Glad you guys
Double
made it,
one.
Brett.
Well, you can take a hope, a clear stress, and you push your sense out, and you get the idea that there are many, many more of these runes placed on the path in front of you. But what really catches your interest in this moment, and what you missed before, is that the two enchanted stone pieces on the wall have shifted
Oh.
and they're seem to be swelling with magical power.
That doesn't seem.
And I am going to spend that fear that you just gave me and another fear. So I'm spending 2 fear so that I can activate both of them because they're slow. So they each take 2 tokens. And they send out 2 just like blasts of magic. So I need to roll an attack roll. The first one is going to go on Nyx because he's closest and activated the rune.
Plus he's missing a
Going
leg.
to be a 10 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I counterspell it?
You cannot. You did not notice in time. This is
Gotcha.
currently You notice, like, right as they're shooting.
You just see Grace go.
You take 29 points of magic damage as a blast of magic shifts into you. The second one is heading towards. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see which one of the other ones it hits.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be Grace. It's heading right at you.
Well, shit.
That's a modified 20 to hit.
Whoa! Is she close enough for me to block that?
Give me just a hope roll, a luck roll, to see if you are currently standing within 10 feet of Grace.
2.
You are not.
Damn it. I'm sorry. I tried.
Bye, guys.
You take 33 points of magic damage.
So what's the rule about it's above my severe?
3.
If it's double your severe, you take 4
Gotcha.
hit points.
Okay. It's not double my severe.
Then it's still 3. As this blast of magic and what looks to be like enchanted construct arcane cannons have folded out of the wall and are pointing towards you.
Fight or run.
They're
Think the latter.
cannons. They're cannons. Ow.
And they seem to be slowly once again like powering up. It seems like it takes a minute for them to be able to pull up and activate. But yes. So it is on you what you would like to do.
Run.
I'm gonna swoop Grace up over my shoulder and just boom.
Nice.
Okay. If you're scooping Grace up over your shoulder, first give me a D12 a single D12 luck roll. First.
You impale Grace on your antlers. No.
No, that's what she picked her up with. Just scoop her over in the antlers.
That was a 2 again.
That was a 2. Okay. So in that case, I need you to roll me a D8.
I remember the thing that was like, you can do this to re-roll. Yeah, I got rid of that.
Well, this wasn't a duality roll. This was just a luck roll. So now I need you to roll me a D8.
Okay. 7.
Okay, you really wanted to roll low on that, but so you pick up Grace and start booking it into the cave.
Oh, my fucking armor. Is that why?
No, this was you rolled to see how many of the arcane explosives you stepped on.
Oh wait!
As you ran into the cave.
Jeez.
Yeah, just set up. Just get him out of the way. Perfect.
So, I'm gonna need.
No.
We'll go one at a time. I'm gonna need from Triss and Grace. Grace, you will get it at advantage because you're being carried.
Can I retcon this? I don't want to kill Grace.
You already said what you're gonna do, but I will say you're running, so you're not just stepping on them.
I forgot about landmines.
But I need agility reaction rolls from both of you. Grace, yours is an advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
On the plus side, we've got a path.
I critted!
Thank God.
On 3 separate sets of dice, I'm critted.
I'm spending a hope to add.
I will say you don't get a hope because it was a reaction roll, but you can clear a stress.
I'm full up on. I'm good on both of those. It's
Captain of the Heart Blades. To
Sure.
rely on my training for a little extra agility.
Sure.
I have 4 hit points, guys.
Oh my God! What the fuck is going on?
And I don't have any health potions.
A 2 and a 3, plus 3 to 8, plus 2 to a solid 10.
Okay, for 10, that it fails. However,
Yeah.
because you are sprinting, and you specifically said that you're sprinting, you're not going to take full damage, and there's going to be a possibility that because you failed, you normally would get knocked back. There's going to be a possibility of the explosion pushing you over some of the other runes that you would have stepped
Okay.
on. But in terms of damage, it's 28, so it's 14 to Triss, because you take half because you're sprinting. And since you succeeded, Grace, you'll take 7 points of magic damage from the first rune.
This is gonna kill me, guys. I don't have any
use
health
Iron
potions.
Shield for that. Like really,
You can spend a stress to take the 7 points of damage
Absolutely.
from Grace. So Grace, you take nothing.
Oh god.
Sounds like armor
I'm
slot
so-
time.
And I need another luck roll, as you are propelled by the force of this blast because you failed your agility roll, Triss.
You know, it'd be really funny if I just was rallying everyone in the middle of this. It's like, okay.
What'd you roll?
I did
That's a
not
4.
mean to say Leroy Jenkins earlier. I did not mean for that to
Can
be
I add luck die or can I add prayer die to a luck roll?
If you want to, you can.
Sorry, Ryan.
I'll
No
allow you
take
to do
backs.
that.
Because I've been rolling so poorly, I'm only going to use 2 of these. I'm going to add 7 so that it becomes 11 and it's at least over a 10.
Okay,
Wait, 4d12,
roll
that's actually really
me,
good.
roll me a d6.
Which one of you is not going to fuck me? 4.
Okay, with that, you are propelled, and you're propelled about like 15 feet forward in the air. So you skipped an amount of runes. I'll let you know once we go through this. But you did manage to skip some of those 7 runes that you rolled to step on. So now, as you continue running, I need another agility reaction roll from both of you. Once again, Grace, you have advantage.
Okay, can I just, as we're running after the first blast, I'm like, okay, here.
I'm pretty sure Rally says that you have to take an amount of time, not an action, but what does it say?
Rally. No, I'm not rallying.
Thank
I'm
God.
telling her where the landmines are because I critted on where I.
Well, you could sense a bunch of them. You didn't get the time to mark them all
Gotcha.
down as you got blasted by the turret.
I made a very questionable decision here.
She made a very strong choice. We'll get to whether you can assist her through the rest of this landfield after these rolls.
Yeah. I watched someone get blown up and went, haha, yeah, anyway.
What did you...
Took someone else with you.
I'm
Great.
sorry.
Grace, what did you roll?
I got a 13. I still had advantage, right?
Yeah, it's still an advantage.
Okay. 13 with hope.
Well, there's no hope or fear. These are reaction
Okay.
rolls. So,
Okay.
Triss, what did you roll?
That's a 21.
Okay, a 21 is a pass, and since you passed, it will also help
Okay.
Grace as well. So this time it's 12. It's 32 points. So 16 points. Halved is 8 points of magic damage to you, Triss, and also 8 points to you, Grace.
I'm gonna take an armor slot and then spend another stress to take the damage for Grace too.
Great. So Grace, you take nothing. Okay. Grace, give me a D12 luck roll.
Power of Brennan Lee Mulligan be with me. 6?
A 6 is right down the middle, which means nothing extra bad happens, but you've not quite, in the like 2 seconds that have passed, been able to pull yourself together to guide her through the minefield.
I'm just imagining the scene from Mulan where she's on the roof and she goes, "Get off the roof, get off the roof."
So I need another agility reaction roll from both of you as you continue to power forward.
This is fucking ridiculous.
I'm still at advantage.
Like set them all off so you guys can just walk through.
I'm still at advantage, right?
Yes, you're still at advantage.
Damn, that would have been real cool if that was a crit.
I'm spending another hope for Captain of the Heartblades to
Sure.
make that a 19.
Okay. A 19 is the DC, so.
Whoa.
What is your roll?
16. 16.
This time it is 30 points, so 15 points of magic damage, halved to 8 points of magic damage to Triss, and then 8 points to Grace.
Okay. I am your shield again.
Great. So nothing to Grace. And
Stop taking
you...
the damage. I can take some.
Yeah, you've currently ran forward 30 feet and are now at the mouth of the cave. So if anybody else wants to do anything while the turrets are still powering up and Triss just ran through, like immediately, you could tell on her face that when that first one hit that she totally forgot about the minefield and got blasted like 15 feet forward, managed to catch herself while still holding Grace, and sets off 2 more that like boom and like catch like the back of her as she's running, and she's still running and has made it to the mouth of the cave, but has set off 3 landmines.
Sets Grace down and goes, "That was not my best moment."
No, it was not. You good?
So now, Grace and Triss, you guys, because you like ran straight down the middle, you guys are about 20-25 feet away from the turrets that are powering up and are at the mouth of the cave. While the rest of you are about 30 feet back behind the minefield as the turrets are powering up.
Wait, we're not past the turrets? I thought that was the point of running.
Oh, well, we had to get through the minefield for... If you want to continue past the turrets, you have to make an agility roll to see if you can do that all as a part of one action.
Nyx will eat some jumping root and then jump on top of one of the turrets.
Okay, what is jumping root say?
You can leap to anywhere within far range of you without needing to roll.
Great. Yeah, you eat a piece of like this like bark and then immediately fly and jump and land. Do you want to land on the left-hand turret or the right-hand turret?
I want to land on... Do they look like they're synced in their charging?
Yes, they seem to be charging at the same time. Right now, anyways.
I'm going to jump to the left one.
Great. You have
It's just a jump to the left.
And landed on top of the turret. Triss, if you were trying to get past the turrets in terms of like another 30 feet or so into the cave, I need an agility roll.
Okay.
Can I help her with telekinesis?
Not in this moment. This is still part of her action that...
Yeah. Consequences of my actions. Let's go.
Indeed.
Oh, God. Finally, fuck. It still is low, but it's double 3s, so it's at least a crit.
It's a crit, which is great, so you could take a hope at clear stress. And yeah, you have managed to move 30 feet into the cave, and there are tents on either side of you that are blocking like the line of sight a little bit to the turrets. So you've made it past the turrets. You're still about 20-25 feet away from the turrets, but you are 30 feet into the cave. As you turn and look back to look at one of the turrets, you see Nyx flying and landing on top of one of the turrets.
Stop running, please. You don't know what's down there.
Not
But
stupid.
it is still on your turn. You guys.
I'm gonna take my sword out that cuts through solid material and cut through the turret.
I mean, it is technically a adversary, so you will have to give me
okay,
a
then what I'm going to do?
duality roll.
I'm not gonna cut through the turret. I'm gonna cut the turret off the wall.
Okay, if you want to try and see if you can see where the turret ends and the wall begins, give me an instinct roll.
Okay. This is with hope, and it's 17.
Okay, 17 with hope. You see where like the shimmering sparkle of the turret stone changes into like the stone of the wall, and you can swing down through the stone of the wall if you wish.
That's what I will do.
Okay, give me a finesse roll to see if you can continue your cut through just the wall all the way down.
I rolled a 12 and a 1. So that's cool. I got 15.
With
Hope.
okay, so you take a hope, and you have started cutting down, and so far you haven't cut into like the turret itself, and you've gotten about like 3/4 of the way down, and you think it'll only just take like a little bit more to fully cleave it off the wall.
I'm not gonna stop.
And you can give me another finesse roll.
I will.
And then Triss can carry this around as like
I'm gonna
portable
use
cannon.
advantage from the chat from earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is not with hope though, but it is probably. Let's see. This is finesse again.
16,
17, 19 with fear.
Yeah, you finish sliding and you see the turret kind of like topple over, and its charge has seemed to have like not stopped, but like kind of halted in its progress. But that's fear, which means that as you see it fall and slam into the ground, the turret across the way shifts and finishes its charging up and points at you and attacks you. Next.
Hold on. I was on top of the turret, so when I cut it
Correct.
off, this was part of my intention. So I'm glad that it's happening. So this other turret is not only shooting at me, but also effectively the turret that I'm on. Correct?
I mean, yes, except that it's not an area of effect attack. It only
Sure.
hits the single person.
Sure.
So,
Okay. I'm ready.
that is a 15 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. 27 points of magic damage as it finishes its charge and sends out the little like ball of crackling magic slamming into you.
Okay.
And then the turret that just fell and you're kind of like standing on top of still, you can feel it move beneath you, and as you look down, you see like the part that was attached to the wall, like the arm that was attached to the wall, is shifting and like fusing into the stone of the ground, and then it shifts up and you get like knocked off of it, not prone, but just off of it. So you're standing next to it as it is now up and continuing its charge as it is now mounted on the ground instead of the side of the cave.
So I'm picturing, and this might be wrong. So here's the wall, here's the turret, here's the front of it, right? It's shooting this way. And I cut it here, and so it fell to the ground and it's attached to the ground, but the turret's still pointing up.
Well, it's got like an arm because the turret like can shift and point in multiple directions, and so you cut off like the arm that was attached to the wall because the arm is enchanted as well, and it fell to the ground and landed on the ground, and then the arm shifted to attach to the ground as the turret righted itself, now positioned on the ground.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to keep doing things because I'm right here and I kind of need to. I'm going to...
Actually, before you do,
Okay.
before you do, I hand a little bag of popcorn over to Astoy and pop some in my own mouth. Okay, please continue.
I'm going to use Sparing Touch to heal myself for 2 hit points.
Okay, does Sparing Touch cost an action?
It does.
Great.
And I'm going to stand behind. I'm going to keep the body of this turret. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to get very close to this turret so that it's very easy for me to step out of the way when it goes to fire, right? Because if it has to go like this, then I can just go boop, and it's 1 step and I'm out of the way. And then also I'm going to keep it between me and the other turret.
Sure. Give me a finesse roll.
15 with hope.
Okay. Yeah, you step in like up close to like the arms so that the turret you're next to would have difficulty targeting you, and hopefully to position it between you and the other turret. It is still Yours' turn. Triss, you see about 20-25 feet away from you, Nick slicing off the turret off the wall, but then it just kind of reorients itself, mounted on the ground, while the other turret pointed towards Nyx and just gave it another blast of magic. Is there anything you and or Grace would like to do, since Astoy and Dots are eating popcorn on the other side of the minefield?
I think Triss just like sees the the turret like attaches on the ground. Is like, what the actual fuck?
Magic.
How far away is everyone?
Well, Triss is right next to you.
How many people are in close range?
Triss and Nyx.
Cool, I will wait to do that then. What's in my inventory?
So, anybody want to do
Yep.
something?
Yeah, so Triss was able to get out of line of sight of these cannons, correct? Is that what you said?
Triss has some of the tents and crates between her and the cannons. She can still see the cannons and what is happening. You have lost sight of Triss as she has disappeared into the darkness,
Okay.
dark part of the cave. But you did see Nyx cut the cannon off the wall and then it reattach itself. And you are about 45, so far range, away from either of the cannons and Nyx, while Grace and Triss are very far from you as they are about 80 feet away from you.
I can read my inventory, guys.
All right. How big is the cave mouth?
It's about 40 feet across.
Okay. Do you want to get in there, Knots?
I mean, not really, but I guess we kind of have to, don't we?
Oh god.
Well, I can get us past the landmines.
Sure.
All right, get ready. I will spin a stress and turn into a giant eagle.
Sure.
Okay.
Are you grabbing Kavoon as well?
Yeah, I can bring 2 targets. Two targets can ride me. I will grab him with a claw and Latin knots jump on.
Sure. Yeah, you can grab both of them and move 30 feet and get past the landfield right to the mouth of the cave, which puts all 3 of you within close range, 20 to 25 feet away from either of the turrets and Nyx, while now you can barely catch the shape of Triss and Grace another 30 feet into the cave.
Okay.
So because I can't read, I'm going to reach into my backpack and take out my 1 health potion and give it to Triss. It's not a minor, it's just a standard health potion, so it's 1 plus 1d4.
Nice.
Triss. Lauren,
Yes, sorry. Distracted.
you are getting a health potion,
Thank
so
you.
it's 1 plus 1d4.
Okay. Continuing my streak of low rolls, except for when I need it, that is a 1.
So you heal 2 hit points.
I only have 1 hit point anyway. We're chilling. Okay. Oh boy.
But it is still your guys' turn. Yeah. If there's anything that you guys would like to do.
Is there anyone or anything magical around us?
The turrets that are now activated are magical.
In the camp area.
If you want to use your action to try and reach out with your arcane sense, you can give me an instinct roll.
Okay,
But it will cost an action
that's fine.
as you are in combat.
That's fine. I will spend a stress to add 2
Okay.
to that.
All right.
11.
With
hope.
you can take that hope. Yeah, you don't sense anything in the at this moment besides the pulsing, firing magic of the turrets.
I'm too scared to even focus on anything else. I'm just like, please don't kill us.
Are the turrets within close range, technically?
Yes. Both of them are currently about 25 feet from you.
Cool. Which one is trying to hit Nyx?
The one that was on the right that is not next to Nyx is the one that fired across the cave on Nyx.
Spirit weapon, just my axe.
Sure, give me a check roll.
Okay.
When this resolves, if it's not a failure, I want to kind of describe what I'm trying to do, and you can tell me how we make it happen.
Sure.
That's a 15 to hit
With?
with hope.
You can take that hope, but a 15 misses. So as you fling your spirit weapon out towards the cannon that just fired on Nyx and is powering up again, it kind of shifts, the arm shifts down just half an inch or so, and it swings right over the top of the turret before reappearing back in your arm. And in this moment, that turret accelerates its charge up and shoots another beam towards Nyx. Nyx, you will get a +2 to your evasion from your action beforehand. As I roll to hit you.
So it's, again, I'm behind the turret, right?
I know.
So it's shooting through the turret, right?
Well, you're behind the turret's arm because the turret stands up, but yes, you got 2 to your evasion, as in, so it's harder to hit you. You don't get to fully block yourself.
I'm not trying to block myself. I'm trying to make it hit its friend. That's what
I get that, but
Okay.
I will explain what happens if it hits you.
Okay.
Which it does, because that is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
So the beam of crackling magic shoots out towards you, and it does kind of skim the edge of the turret before it catches the part of you that's kind of peeking out to look at what's going on, to keep an eye on your friends, and slams like into your shoulder. But you notice that as it passes through the other turret, the magical ball swells to twice its size as I mark a stress to use its ability, the turret's ability. So I'm marking a stress on the turret that you're next to, not the one that attacked. That is when another adversary does damage to a target within far range, it can add its damage to it. So the magic, as it concentrates fire, so you see it, the magic like push through, but since it's the same kind of magic as the turret, it swells to twice its size as an even larger concentrated ball of magic slams into you. Nyx.
Making such good decisions this game.
6. So that's going to be 52 points of magic damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
That rocks into you.
Jeez.
If you're still
And then
alive
the-
and when it comes to our turn, I have a thing there, Ryan.
What's that, like a eulogy?
And then the other turret, it's still like charging up and trying to pull its magic up. The one that Nyx is under turns and points in the direction of Triss, and you see it as if it's trying to focus on you and like lock on you, and you feel this like pressure pushing down on you. As I spend a fear to mark a target, your evasion is halved.
It was shit anyway, so
Yeah, it was gonna hit me anyways.
I know. I'm just doing what it would do. I am aware that your evasion is already shit. Now it's just more shit.
Oh boy.
But that will bring it to your guys' turn.
do you want to do a team up, Ryan?
I'm wanting. I'm now very. Can you explain what happened last time again, and how? Like, so the bolt went through the arm and hit me.
Well, it's not. It's like a ball of magic. It's a ball of magic, and it like seemed to have been targeted on like the small part of you that was peeking out as you were watching your friends do stuff. And as it moved through the arm, and it did catch the arm, some of the like power up of the other turret, like magic, got pulled and sucked into that ball, and it grew twice in size.
They teamed up against
And-
you.
Yes, it teamed
So,
up.
I mean, I
against-
understand. I'm just trying to figure out what my character would do. Yeah, we can power up.
I mean, I'm happy to spend the hope to. I was going to send my fireflies your way, but how does that? What can we do together to? My fireflies can hit both of them.
I can do. How close are they together?
They're about 40 feet apart.
Okay.
So you're in melee with one of them and about 40 feet, which is far range from the other one.
Okay. Yeah.
But Knots is within close range of both of them. So if you're doing a team up, and you can move too, you have 30 feet of free movement as part of an action. So you could get into the middle so that you're within close range of both of them.
Or you could run out of the cave.
I will go into the middle of both of them and use my whatever it is, the spirit weapon, and mark a stress to target an additional within range. So now
Nice.
I can hit both of them as well.
Remind me, team ups are 2 or 3 hope.
3 hope
Thanks.
for a tag team roll. And then, so basically Nyx comes, as you say you want to do a team up, Nyx comes running out and puts himself like right in between both turrets. So he's about 10 feet away from you. So you can totally like lash your fireflies around his weapon or whatever you guys would like to describe as this combo attack. But first, both of you roll me attack rolls, and we'll decide which one we want to use.
So I got a 20 with hope.
Okay.
You got a what with hope?
20.
I got a less than that. I got a 17 with hope. We can go with yours. Go with yours.
Okay.
Okay, so Knots can get a hope back. 20 will hit. So if you guys would like to describe what your attack looks like and roll your damage.
My fireflies like funnel towards you, and whatever you're doing, they're going to like bolster the energy and then like shoot out from you with your strikes.
Yeah, so Nyx, I'm gonna spend a stress as well to do champion. Oh no, never mind. Because that's only for attack rolls, right? Not for damage.
For which one? For which part?
Like experiences.
Oh, yeah. That's just for duality rolls. It's not for damage.
Okay. Then he throws his sword at kind of one and then directs it back towards the other.
So we have a flying lightsaber surrounded by a bunch of crackling fireflies as it swings through one turret and then the other before returning back to Nyx's hand. If you guys would like to roll me damage, please.
I got 14 magic damage.
14. Great.
It's okay. Okay, I got. I can roll one more. Let's see, 15, 21, 30, 44 points of magic damage.
So 44 damage plus 14 is 58 points of magic damage. As your flying lightsaber goes through, it seems to cut a big, deep, scar mark with these tiny little, firefly burn marks surrounding it, as if it's, corroding outward as it slams into both of them and then, returns into your hand, and both of them are looking rough. But it's still your guys' turn.
Yeah, I'll go over and I'll fly over to the one that's attached to the wall still and grab it with the claws and try to pull it out of the wall as I'm damaging it.
Can I please
Sure.
heal? Can I please heal myself before any rolls happen? I'm gonna use Sparing Touch again and clear a couple hit points.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm surprised you didn't do that before you actually attacked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you can go ahead and attack the right-hand turret as you try to grasp it and pull it out of the wall.
Yeah, that'll be really bad. 15 with fear.
A 15 misses,
Yep.
which will bring it back to me as
Jason,
the one.
why you roll fear?
Yep.
As you come down and try to grasp on it, your claws clink off of the awkward shape and hard stone of the turret as the one across the way finally finishes charging up, and it's focused still towards Triss as it launches an attack towards Triss.
Yay.
It's really good that he halved your evasion because I rolled a natural 4 for a 7.
Damn it! The one time.
So it will still hit, and the right hand one is going to spend a stress as it focuses fire, and so they both do, 2 bolts come out and double damage. So 52 points of magic damage to
Holy
Triss.
shit. Okay. Magic damage, so Stalwart doesn't do shit for me. I'm not in Unstoppable, which wouldn't do anything for me anyway, because that's the physical damage.
Other than boost your armor.
Yeah. Means is it 52?
Yeah, 52.
Catch me doing division.
But it will be back to you guys on that.
Okay.
Everybody.
If that's the case, if that's
Nope,
the case,
not good.
I am going to
Okay,
I'm going to
marking
play
three armor slot, taking 2 hit points.
I'm gonna play a relaxing song, and any allies within close range of me heal 1 hit point. Nope,
Nope, it just happens. But it is an action, so it does add to the action token.
that's fine.
Oh no, I was just letting you guys know that it does count as an action. But it's still on you guys.
I'm looking.
Sorry, is using the Guardian's Hope, is that an action or is that just something I can do whenever?
It's just something you can do. You just have to do it when it's your guys' turn. Like
Yeah.
you can't do it when
Just
it's
real
on
quick
my
before anyone
turn.
rolls anything, I'm gonna spend 3 hope to clear 3 armor slots. Aw, sick.
And that is an action, correct?
And
As just waves of healing magic come out from multiple directions. Nyx.
I'm going to spend a stress as a champion of a vengeful god to mess up these turrets, and I'm going to attack again. I'm going to initiate a team up if someone wants to team up.
I'm down.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm not really near. Am I near enough to team up with somebody? Because I do.
I mean, you're about 20 feet away from Nyx and 30 feet from Kavoon, Knots, and Astoy, and Grace is right next to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Nyx,
Yeah.
I'm giving you a choice here. Do you want to chain lightning or telekinesis?
I don't care.
Don't.
Nyx doesn't
Okay.
know. Nyx doesn't know the answer to that question.
Okay. One of them, the other person has to make a save, and one of them I have to roll.
Well, you're gonna roll either way because this is a tag team
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
It's just even that if you fail, your stuff will still do damage.
Okay.
If you use chain lightning.
I got.
So that's a Grace choice.
I will do chain lightning.
I got a 19 with hope.
Nice.
I got a 16 with hope, so
Okay, so taking Nyx's 19 with hope. Nyx, you can take a hope, and that will hit. So please describe to me how your chain lightning lightsaber attack, what it looks like, and roll me damage.
So I see Nyx getting ready for an attack, and I call out to him, and I shoot lightning out and have his lightsaber absorb it, so that he can now strike with lightning as well.
So you're giving Sith lightning on this lightsaber?
Yep.
And my things do reaction rolls for your chain lightning, correct?
Yes. 14.
I got
Both succeed.
22, 36 points of magical damage.
They both succeeded against the lightning, but you still do half damage. So how much did you roll, Grace?
I rolled 13.
So that will be 7.
6.
So no, it's rounded up in Daggerheart.
Okay.
Everything rounds up in Daggerheart. So 7 plus 34 is 41. Oh, 36. Sorry, it will be 43 points of damage. Please paint the picture of how the two of you with your chain lightning lightsaber attack destroy the two turrets.
Really, really not very violently. It just that. Nick
Just
is
like some
not-
static, and then they fall over.
Yeah.
I
Nyx is
use
not-
I take the lightning into Nyx's lightsaber and just kind of like hold my position just in case he needs a little extra oomph.
Nyx doesn't stop spinning his sword through them like until they are just dust. Yeah.
I love it. So as the rest of you watch on, after the you can still see like the lightning like crackling off of the lightsaber blade as like just this blur of movement that is Nyx is like moving between both of them and attacking both of them simultaneously in just a blur of movement before one blink there's turrets there, and the next blink it's just a bunch of magical dust on the ground. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, as we ran a little bit over, but we were in the middle of combat. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see what rest of the chaos they go through. Hopefully no more running through landmines, but who knows with this group.
Thanks, Lauren.
I feel like after that, Nick or Knots to stop and go, "Holy shit, that was fucking awesome!"
It probably did look very cool.
Right.
Clearly, the
Nice.
knowledge relic hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah, God. No, that was just me immediately forgetting about landmines. Despite it, like, we went, yeah, Nyx got blown up. Oh well.
Here, I'll put it in our Daggerheart Discord for Grace.
All right. Anyone got stuff coming up that they want to share before we tune out for the evening?
I am playing in a newly started Daggerheart campaign on the channel. Well, it's on YouTube. It's not on Twitch. On YouTube, the channel Rolling Until Ragnarok, and I am playing a cinnamon roll of a wizard. If anybody wants to see me be just an absolute foot and mouth, doesn't stop talking, asks 100 questions without letting somebody answer them, wizard, you can go watch me over there.
Nice.
You can watch, what is it? It's Carly and I are Wednesdays on
Dirty Vortex.
Thank you. I'm like, let me promote this thing. Immediately forgets the channel name. Yeah, we're playing a module called Dead on Spawn at Dirty Vortex on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. It's super fun and really chaotic. We're supposed to die a lot, but so far I've died and seduced it. I've been the only one to die, and then I seduced a dragon. So
Yeah.
Well, you're not the only one that died. The other one, the
we have
teacher
someone
killed
else who
them.
died now.
Yeah.
They just neither of them were in combat. So
One
Yeah.
one character has died not by their choice.
Yes,
well, it was partly their choice. They wanted the procedure.
That's fair. That's fair.
true. Just rolled poorly.
Nice. Tomorrow we have the wrap up of Historia Blood Money, our 3-part series of the Historia setting for D&D. It is an anthropomorphic dark Renaissance setting, pretty darn cute and fun and dark. And I say tune in at 2 p.m. here tomorrow.
Woo.
And I think that's anything else. All right, we're gonna raid out, but thanks everybody for joining us, and we will see you next Friday to see how many of us blow up on landmines. Cool.
It's okay. I set them all off already.
You fell over some without setting some off. We don't know that, but it's what happened.
I was just here. Da, 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 da.
This group will find a way
Right.
for landmines.
Totally.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning
Lauren's just running through them in slow motion with the music in the background.
in. Right. See ya.
See ya.
Oh.